Let me show you something that humiliates almost every investor, every strategist, every talking head on financial television. This chart is not about valuation models. It's not about earnings projection. It's not about soft landing and narratives. It's about human behavior. And that you need to understand human behavior if you want to make money in the stock market or anywhere for that matter. Every single spike you see represents the same psychological sequence: disbelief, excitement, justification, leverage, euphoria, collapse. Different decades, different assets, same ending. Gold in the late 70s, believe it or not. Japan in the late 90s. Asia in the 90s. The internet in 2000. Housing in 2006. China in 2007, biotech in 2015, FAANG in 2021, ARKK, AI, Bitcoin. The names change, the story never does. And if you think this time is different, this chart was made for you. Look at it. Bubbles do not form because people are stupid. Here's the first mistake people make, right? They assume that bubbles are driven by stupidity. They're not. Bubbles are driven by intelligence under social pressure. Every bubble starts with the truth. Gold in the 70s, inflation was real. Japan in the 1980s, export dominance was real. The internet, the technology was real. Housing in the 2000s, demographics and credit expansion were real. Bitcoin, digital scarcity and distrust in fiat currency was real. What about AI? Productivity gains are real. The problem is never the starting insight. The problem is extrapolation without limits. When price appreciation becomes the proof, logic dies. Why every bubble looks different but ends the same? Notice something critical on this chart. Every bubble has a unique shape, but every collapse has the same emotional profile. First, price acceleration. It accelerates faster than fundamentals. Then valuation metrics are declared obsolete. Then skeptics are ridiculed. Then leverage appears prudent. Then volatility disappears and the peak arrives suddenly, and then comes the air pocket. No bell rings at the top. The top is not an event, it's a process. By the time CNBC debates whether something is a bubble, the exit liquidity is already being engineered. Okay. Forget to give me a few thumbs up, a few more thumbs up. Forget to join this channel to support it. And more importantly, join the Patreon channel where I come to you every day, take all that knowledge that I'm acquiring and giving it to you, right? So let's look at the gold in the late 70s, right? Don't forget, it went up and it went down. Inflation, oil shock, geopolitical stress. Gold isn't just rise, it exploded. And then Paul Volcker happened. Now, Paul Volcker, as you may remember, was the Fed chair. In 70, he crushed inflation. So rates went up, crushed inflation, and gold spent decades going nowhere. Be careful, because if you were to look at what's happening to inflation right now, it is mimicking very strongly what happened in the 70s and 80s with Paul Volcker, where Nixon basically wanted to lower rates as much as possible, even though there was inflation. This is exactly what currently the administration is trying to do with the Fed. Now, lower the rates. Let's bring people in that will lower rates, even though there is an inflation concern. Is there an inflation concern? There potentially is an inflation concern, because if you look at the Treasury rate, you will notice that it is above the Fed fund rates, and it's never like that. That means the market, the treasury market believes in inflation and says, I want to get paid more to hold treasuries because there's inflation hidden. Even though the Fed says, don't worry about inflation, worries about unemployment. So that was not stupidity in 1989. The Imperial Palace in Tokyo was worth more than all real estate in California. That was not stupidity. That was collective certainty. Japan was the future until it wasn't. And Japanese equities are still recovering 35 years later. Bubbles don't destroy capital, they destroy time. Let's take a look at the internet bubble when narratives replace cash flow. The internet bubble is the most dangerous one to misunderstand because the internet actually changed the world. Amazon survived, Google thrived, but investors did not own the future. They overpaid for it. 90% of dot-com stocks were recovered. Never recovered. They never recovered. And innovation does not protect you from valuation. Being right too early is indistinguishable from being wrong. What about the housing and the lie of the nationwide price stability? Housing was sold as a safe, right? Low volatility, stable appreciation. Everyone needs a place to live. Remember that? That narrative justified leverage, extreme leverage. And when housing fell just a little, the entire financial system cracked. Because bubbles do not burst due to falling prices. They burst because leverage meets volatility. These are important concepts that you need to realize. The modern era, right? FAANG, ARKK, AI, Bitcoin, they are not identical assets, but they share the same structural accelerant. Cheap money, passive flows, narrative investing, social media reinforcement, algorithmic momentum. Bitcoin moves dwarfs every historical bubble on this chart. That does not make it immune, it makes it fragile. When volatility rises, the marginal buyer disappears. And when the marginal buyer disappears, price collapses faster than it rose. Why AI is the most dangerous bubble yet? Well, AI may be revolutionary, but revolutions do not guarantee returns. Capital floods innovation, margins compress, competition accelerates, valuation assumes perfection. And perfection never arrives. The biggest mistake investors make is confusing technological inevitability with investment inevitability. That is not the same thing. So to end, in conclusion, this chart is not bearish. It is educational. Every bubble teaches the same lesson. Returns are highest before consensus forms. Risk is lowest before narratives harden. The exit is smallest when confidence is highest. You're being told something is inevitable, you are being sold. Markets don't end in panic, they end in confidence. And confidence is exactly what this chart warns you against.